Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. This isn't actually the video I had planned for filming today. This morning I was scrolling through my YouTube feed like I do most mornings, and I stumbled across a Wayne Goss video where he talked about his favourite at-home peel combination, which was game-changing and guaranteed to get you glowing to the gods. Of course, I love Wayne and his content, and I love any skincare-related videos, so I clicked on it and watched. Honestly, alarmed, shocked, appalled. I don't know how to explain what I was feeling after that, because in this video, Wayne recommends that you combine a thick layer of this, which is the ordinary high-strength peeling solution, and on top of it apply this, the ordinary salicylic acid mask. No, but unfortunately, already this has been picked up as a trend over on TikTok and certain blogs, and lots of people are doing it, recreating this combination and sharing their own experiences. Most skincare hacks are actually just harmless fun, and I like to get on board with a lot of them, but this is far from that, and is potentially dangerous for the skin, which is why in this video, I want to debunk all of these myths, pick it apart, and share with you why combining these two products really isn't a good idea. Sit back, relax, and let's begin. Now, before we get into this, there's a couple of things I do want to say. First and foremost, there's no shade or disrespect meant towards Wayne Goss himself. I'm a huge fan of his channel and the content he creates, and I've followed him for the past 5 or 6 years. However, we all get it wrong at some point in our journey, and that's just one example of this today. I'm going to get this message out quickly and as fast as possible, because I'm worried that a lot of people out there will be trying this, sharing their own experiences, and it will grow and grow and grow. You know how things are in the last couple of years. Once a skincare craze takes off, it's really hard to stop it and convince people that it might not be the best thing for their skin. One way of helping me to get this message out there is to give this video a thumbs up and a like. I don't measure my own worth and value in life based on the number of likes I get, but unfortunately YouTube still does. The more likes a video gets, the more widely YouTube distribute it, and it's a great way of just getting this message out there. So if you do give the video a big thumbs up and a like, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, in true Mad About Skin style, should we just cut the waffle and delve straight on into it? Now, these two products that we're combining in this hack are both super powerful and potent exfoliators. I say that the ordinary peeling solution probably is the strongest over-the-counter peel you can actually find. In fact, this is so strong, it's actually banned in certain territories. I think in Canada and Australia are the main two, but a lot of countries are now limiting the sale of this product because honestly, it's so high potency, it's really difficult to use correctly. We then come on to the ordinary salicylic acid mask. The peel already contains a 2% concentration of salicylic acid along a 30% concentration of alpha hydroxy acids. The mask has that same 2% concentration of salicylic acid, but it also has some charcoal, some clays, designed to really just zap any potential breakouts, excess oil in the skin, and help to clarify and decongest the complexion. In the hack, Wayne goes in with a couple of drops of this product, the peeling solution, first. He'll apply it to the skin in what is quite a relatively thick layer. For this product, I would definitely think thinner is the better, even if you're just using it on its own. He waits for it to start to dry, and then over the top of it, he'll apply a generous amount of the ordinary salicylic acid mask. I think the idea behind this hack is this doubles down on the overall power and potency of this exfoliating acid combination, but I'm here to tell you that's not the case. This then dries. He recommends you leave it on for 10 minutes, which is what the ordinary recommend if using one of these products on their own, and then you can rinse it off to reveal the gorgeous glowing skin. In the video itself, Wayne Goss's skin was clearly getting quite irritated and red. This can be something that's quite common with an exfoliating acid, and it doesn't automatically mean it's damaging your skin. But when the skin looks really red and irritated, that's probably a sign that you're overdoing it, and something to definitely bear in mind. I'm now going to come on to why this combination, which honestly is already prickling and stinging quite badly on my hand, and why I put it nowhere near the delicate skin on my face, is a bad idea. Well, first and foremost, it's just way too strong. Already, countries are talking about banning this product for being too strong, so why would you dial it up a notch further by adding another exfoliator in the mix? I really hope that 2022 will be the year where we pare everything back and kind of understand in our skincare routine that gentle, used frequently in the long term, delivers far better results than going in for a really high strength, potent active on day one. I think we've all reset our approach to skincare, so it really dismays me that we're going in the first big trend of 2022 being dialing up a notch further beyond what we've already seen. As a general rule, you should never use 2 exfoliators in the same skincare routine because there's a limit to how much dead skin cells, which is what exfoliators are designed to combat, can actually be eaten away, and in the end it starts to damage the healthy skin underneath. Just not a great idea. The second reason to avoid this particular combination is it is so stripping and drying on the skin. I have super oily, acne-prone skin, and so using a salicylic acid mask like this with charcoal already in it can be a great way of just mopping up some of that excess oil and helping to decongest the skin. The problem is that alpha hydroxy acids, particularly glycolic acid that's in this product, is already quite stripping and drying, particularly in a very high concentration like we have here. Add into that the charcoals, the clays, and the salicylic acid in this mask, and it is just way too much. These products don't act in a discriminate way. They will literally just absorb any oil that they find in the skin. As a result, this can leave you quite dehydrated. It can lead to redness, peeling, irritation, and as a result of that could even lead to things such as hyperpigmentation, which is triggered when the skin is very inflamed and irritated. I honestly don't think anyone, even the oiliest amongst us like myself, need this level of drying in their skincare routine, and it can be very counterproductive. The third reason to avoid this combination is it goes against the manufacturer's instructions. Now, I know what a lot of people are thinking. Look, who honestly follows instructions day in, day out? I think we're all guilty at some point in our skincare journey of disregarding what the manufacturers, the brands say, and just doing it our own way anyway. The problem is when you do that, and the Ordinary are very clear that these should not be used together, that you shouldn't have two exfoliating acids in the same routine. When a brand makes it crystal clear like that, if you have any issues with this combination, maybe it leads to severe issues with your skin and you want to seek any reparations from the company or advice from them, they'll just say a flat no. If you do not follow the instructions given on products, that leaves you as a consumer completely powerless to complain if something goes wrong. We should always be mindful of those instructions. Brands have tested these products, which is why they then give us those instructions to use them safely. I know we're not all guilty of ignoring them at some point, but when you're talking with high potency acids like this, honestly, the instructions are there for a reason, and it's our safeguard should anything go wrong. We then have cause to go back to the brand itself and make that complaint. You can't do that if you're disregarding the instructions that the brand are giving. The fourth reason I'm saying this combination is a firm pass is because the addition of the salicylic acid mask on top of the Ordinary peeling solution might actually make the peeling solution less effective in the long term. Let me kind of explain that in a little bit more detail. When you're using an exfoliating acid, there are two things to take into account. You need to work out the concentration of the acid being used and also the pH that it's suspended in. The lower the pH, the more acidic it is, generally the better level of exfoliation you're going to get, but with it comes greater risk of irritation. When you combine these two products together, you're going to get the high intensity at the start, which is going to deliver all the redness, the peeling, and the irritation. But because the salicylic acid mask will probably disrupt the formulation and the pH of the peeling solution, actually in the long term, you're probably going to get a less effective exfoliation than if you just use the peeling solution on its own. It's quite counterproductive to be adding this in because also you're not really dialing up the rate of salicylic acid a whole lot in the long term because 2% in here plus 2% in here doesn't actually equal 4%. This is a bit of a misconception in the formulation world. I honestly think you'll get better results from just using the peeling solution on its own in the long term than if you apply this on top. The initial hit of these two high potency actives will deliver all the redness, peeling, and irritation you want to avoid, but after the 10-minute period, you're probably getting a less effective exfoliation as if you just use one of these separately. So definitely not a hack that's going to pay dividends in the long run. I've now had this product on my hand for about 10 minutes, and after that initial prickling, stinging, almost like burning sensation that I got from it, now I can feel very little. And in fact, I think that just goes to point number 4, that in the longer term, it's less effective than just using one of these two products on their own, but in the initial period you're getting that high potency hit which is triggering all that redness and inflammation. I'm going to go wash this off my hand before it does any damage, but to conclude, I really hope this is a trend that doesn't take off. We all need to understand when it comes to skincare that gentle use regularly in the long term pays far better benefits for our skin than high potency actives used all at once. I think this trend is very like 2 years ago. We've kind of come on a journey with our skincare where we know to take it gentle, incremental steps where we build up to the high potency actives rather than just trying to deliver it all in one. Skincare is a marathon and not a sprint. Whilst, you know what, I don't want this to be disrespectful, as I said at the start, to Wayne Goss, I think as content creators here on YouTube, we do have to be mindful of the information that we put out there. Unless you're an expert such as a dermatologist or a trained esthetician, I think it's very dangerous to be going off label in terms of how these products are recommended for use, because that can open you up to a whole lot of issues if people start to see the negative results of combining these two powerful exfoliators. I would definitely say stick to gentle. I use the Ordinary lactic acid 10%, which is this exfoliator. I use it a couple of times a week. It gives a beautiful level of glow to the skin. It hydrates rather than stripping like this combination. And I've received some amazing feedback on my skin since I started this 6 months ago. Promise me you'll abandon this high potency exfoliation combo and just reach for the Ordinary lactic acid. It's less expensive, it's easier to use, and honestly, in the long run, your skin will thank you for it. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.